Hey y'all, it's Saturday. Um, but I was literally just sitting here thinking to myself, and I'm like, I have been sober for from, alcohol, weed, hookah, all that for 2 months now. Weed for over a year. But I was just thinking I know that sometimes when people smoke weed or they drink alcohol or now we're in a time where people take mushrooms to get a higher experience out of life. And I mean, to each is their own, because that's not an experience that I would care to have. But I feel like it's nothing like being sober in the presence of God. It's nothing like sitting in the presence of God and being overwhelmed with their emotion and being overwhelmed with the feelings that God places in your heart that you sometimes aren't always comfortable with sitting in. Because I feel like how else is God gonna teach you how to use your instincts, how to build your intuition, how to become in tune with the signals and the signs that he's placed inside of you, if you constantly have things that are interfering with the transmission of these things. It's like, imagine you have a screen in between you and something else at all times. I feel like that is what it's like to be under the influence of substances and saying that you still want to be in the presence of God. You know? And this could just totally be me, but I just I don't know. I feel like I want God to use me, so I want to be available. And if that means putting aside all of these other things, I'm okay with that, because I feel like there's nothing more important than God. There's nothing more important than me being available to him, to sit and to feel. And it can be uncomfortable. It makes you feel unsure. You don't always feel confident. You don't always fit in. You don't always feel relatable. You feel really overwhelmed at times. You feel like sometimes you're being suffocated out of yourself because of the big, feelings that you feel. But imagine knowing that you can fully sit with yourself no matter what it is that you feel. I can handle this, God. I don't need a screen. I don't need a buffer. I don't need anything that interferes with me and your connection. I don't need this to connect with you. I can connect with you just on my own. I don't know if other people feel like that, but for me, I feel like I want to be completely sober because I like to be in myself. I'm okay with things that I've been through. I'm okay with not being everyone's cup of tea. I'm okay with having big emotions. I'm okay with thinking about sadness or getting excited or feeling lonely sometimes. These are all natural, normal things that people feel. It's nothing for anyone to be embarrassed about. Or I think that maybe because people don't talk about it, it's like people don't think it's a normal thing. I don't know. I'm just curious. These are conversations, these are normal things that I talk to myself about or just ponder to myself about, because I'm in a generation of people right now where it's majority of the people that are around me or of my age group or just in general, they want to drink. They want to smoke weed. They're completely justified with why they want to do it. They don't feel like it hinders their relationship with God. They don't feel like it's disobedient to God. They feel like they have all different kind of explanations about why it's okay. And I'm, like I said, to each is their own. Me and my obedience to God, I feel like God would prefer that I would be sober, that I would not put anything above him, that I would not put anything in the way of him. And to me, that means laying down all my selfish desires or wants to honor him and his will. If I'm asking God for something, how can I ask God for something on my terms? That's not how it works. If you ask God for something, you're on his terms. Whatever he says goes. It's not a whatever you say goes. Like, just food for thought.